Everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am doing some pretty, look over, Michael is detailing vehicles, so pretty exciting thing happening here today. Let me twist you around. So this came in the mail. Just been waiting till I knew the weather was going to be nice. So I did not get enough soil to do all of them. I got 2 of these. These are green stalks. These are the 5-tier originals, and I did not get enough soil to fill them all, unfortunately. I have 6 of them filled, so I'm gonna have to go back and get more, but I may do that tomorrow because it's already late in the day and I'm just kind of getting started. But we had to run to Kroger, and while I was there I just picked up these couple of little starts. I've got rosemary, thyme, cilantro, and I got a little cherry tomato plant, so I'm gonna get those in. I'm very, very excited for what's happening here right now. I may not have a big old garden this year, but this will suffice. So hang out with me while I finish mixing up the soil with some fertilizer I got, and then I'm gonna stack them up. I actually need to put some water in the soil because it's a little bit dry. I'd like it to be a little bit more moist than that. And then I'm going to plant those little beauties, and I may drop a couple seeds in. I'm not sure about that yet. So let's get busy and see how far we can get today. So, funny story, I thought I had my camera going this whole time. I wasn't recording at all. I'm gonna twist you around and I'm gonna show you what we've done and what we still have to do because, well, I ran out of supplies. So it's okay, life goes on, tomorrow's a new day and I'll get more. Okay, if you can see with the sun and on the phone, it says fill to the top with soil. So I could just combine one of these extras to fill these up, but I'm just not gonna do that. I will just wait till tomorrow. Like I said, I got 6 of these. I think I said that, or I may have said it when I thought it was recording and it really wasn't. So just in case, I have 6 of these filled about to the same. 3 here, 1 here, 2 here. And I've added water, and you can see even after I've added water, it's still really dry and not dusty, but it's just dry, and it doesn't have that like compacted to hold together. It does a little bit, but see, it just falls apart. And so I'm gonna get some more water. Our water here at the park that we're at is off. They're working on the water lines. So I used a gallon of water I had in the house, but I really don't want to go through my gallon water. So I'm just gonna wait till our water comes back on. Tomorrow I'll have water. Tomorrow I'll have more soil, and I'm actually picking up some organic compost from TSC, and we will get this project finished. I am gonna go ahead and stack these up just so you can see what they look like. I'm not gonna plant anything today after all though, because we're not ready for that, and that's okay. Hang on real quick and we are gonna get these little suckers all stacked up. Okay, so they're a little wobbly, and the instructions said that once they have all the soil in them that they're supposed to have in them and they are linked together properly, they will not wobble. But we're not there yet, so I'm just going to give you a rough shot, I guess, what they're looking like now, but they will look better tomorrow. Like I said, this one on the right has some soil, but they are not as full as they should. I just put my little plants at the top. The coolest thing about this is you do not have to water these. I haven't grown in these before, so we may revisit that comment at the end of the season, but at this point, you water at the top. You pour your water if it rains, and it just drains down. So you don't have to water every single thing. You just pour it in the top, and it drains and disperses the water. Yeah, how cool is that? That one's a little more wonky looking, but again, the bottom one's the only one that has some soil in it, and even that one is not as full as it should be. So I also wanted to show you, I can block the sun. The green one's pretty cool. I love the terracotta color though. But this shows everything that you can grow in it. I don't know if you guys remember me saying in one of my videos that I was gonna learn, because I wasn't exactly sure what all could grow, but that's a good bit of stuff that can grow. So this kind of shows the disbursement of the water. So it's just a really cool thing, and I'm super, super pumped to have it. I didn't know it, and I've left this box outside because I knew that those were plastic and I wasn't worried about it. They got rained on well. There was a nice gift inside, 2 packages of carrots. This one looks okay. This one got a little wet, so yeah. And then I got some little stickers for my computer. Isn't that the cutest thing you have ever seen? So that's what we've done today. This is where we're at. We're gonna pick it up again tomorrow and get this project wrapped up. Good morning, YouTube family. It is early-ish, probably about 6:30, 6:46. Been up for a little bit and we've got a busy day ahead of us. And so this morning I was looking on my island and I had a bunch of spices I got 2 days ago. They're just sitting here because I got them to make ranch powder. I have seen it made over and over again. I've never taken the time to actually mix it in a jar and have it in my cabinet. I have, however, attempted to just make it on the spot, get some sour cream or whatever, and just eyeball, and it never turns out just right. Like, I always put way too much dill, or I don't know, it's never just right. So today I'm gonna do it right. I have a recipe I found on Pinterest and I'm going to mix it all together. I'll turn you around here in just a second. I have all of my spices laid out, my measuring spoons, and I'm gonna mix my own. I am so happy to have this in my cabinet when I need it. No more guessing. If I want some ranch, I'm a huge fan of ranch and cucumbers, and they're just delicious. And plus, garden season is coming up, and yesterday I showed you guys my green stalk. We're gonna finish those out today, but I plan on trying to grow some cucumbers in a green stalk. We'll see how that goes. But where we're located, I have not yet found out if they have a local Amish community, and if you've seen my previous videos from last spring, you know I am a huge fan of the Amish community. Like, I am so grateful for them, and so I'm hoping to find one local to me, because I love their fresh produce, their fresh milk, eggs, all of the things that are just precious. And so all right, I'm gonna turn you around and we're gonna make some ranch powder together. I was talking about having a busy day today. Funny, not funny story. We have a mobile RV mechanic coming out today because our RV, something went terribly wrong with the 12-volt system. And so you can't really see right now, like our light under our microwave works. And I guess that's just because it's on the microwave and the microwave is plugged in on its own. None of the lights, like the actual lights that came with the RV, work. The air conditioners and heaters do not work. And so we've just kind of had to, we have our fireplace here that heats, and we have one of those little Eden Pures that we've used for the winter, and they work perfectly. Well, it's getting hot. We're still in March, and we've already had multiple 84 to 86 degree days in March. And so you have to get creative. And so we literally look like garbage right now, but we just found an inexpensive window unit off of Facebook Marketplace. And we've used that until the mobile mechanic could get here. He was scheduled out, but it was either that or boil in the RV. And so you do what you gotta do. You get creative and you just do what you gotta do. So anyway, that was a lot just to say that the mobile mechanic guy is coming today. He's hopefully, dear Jesus help us, going to fix our 12-volt. We had someone look at it when we were in the Atlanta area. He thought he had it fixed. He thought it was just the inverter. We got a new inverter. It didn't fix it. And so he called another mobile mechanic RV friend, and he is very confident of what it is. And apparently there's a break somewhere from the front of the RV down the line. And so this guy has to come find out where the problem starts. It's supposed to be, once it's located, a fairly simple job and quick fix. So Jesus help us, we need that, because I'm just like, roof ACs, what? I'm really excited for that. So we have that going today. Michael got one of our cars shampooed and detailed, and it looks so good, and smells, oh my goodness, so good. So he has another car he wants to do today. That's his own project. He likes car cleaning. So I am going to get the soil and finish my green stalks out, get those herbs that we bought yesterday, get those in the ground, in the soil, in the container, in the green stalk. and the little tomato plant. I don't think they're great, but we have maybe cherry tomatoes. They're little tomatoes. Get those planted as well. And I may go through my seeds, and when I do, I'll bring you with that and show you. I don't have a massive collection, but I have a good start. I would love to add to it. I actually just got a few more in the mail, maybe 4 or 5 days ago. And I just got these off of Amazon, but they are all herbs. So I've got some oregano, some parsley, lavender. How much was this one? I'll make it go a little faster. Chives, sage. We have basil, cilantro, which we bought a start plant yesterday, so that it's okay to do like succession planting. So you kind of have it available for harvest, not just one big boom and you're done. You can kind of have some throughout the growing season. Dill and thyme, which we also bought yesterday. I didn't see rosemary in here, but that's okay because we bought rosemary yesterday. And I honestly would love to get a separate container for rosemary. I would love to have just a huge rosemary bush. These need to go into my seed organizer. Today isn't, Michael's off today. He was off yesterday, he's off today, and he goes back tomorrow. So we're gonna try to, the mechanic is supposed to be there by 8 a.m. So we're gonna try to just kind of bust it and get everything done, hopefully by lunchtime, not long after, and that way he can have a really relaxing afternoon. And yeah, we're just gonna see just how productive we can be today. All right, these are extra, but I've got my Redmond's Real Salt, I've got some garlic powder, parsley, onion powder. Here's my container. It's actually an old spaghetti jar, but I love them when they're like this because you can use them for canning. Black pepper. I have my coffee from yesterday and my water, so I am ready to go. So let's get started.
All right, so the recipe, look over my dishes. I have a big old salad bowl I need to wash, and I'll get to that in just a minute. But the recipe I got off of Pinterest, I have it in my mind. It's 1 tablespoon of garlic, 2 tablespoons of parsley and onion powder, and it was garlic powder. 3 tablespoons, oh, I just said that wrong. Let's start over. Okay, so it calls for 3 tablespoons of parsley, 2 tablespoons of both dillweed and onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. It called for basil. I don't think I'm going to use basil. I have some. I may change my mind, but at this point I'm not. And then it called for a half a teaspoon of pepper. It did not call for any salt, and I'm thinking it's going to need some salt. So I probably should have looked for more than one recipe, but that's the first one I found. So actually I found one the other day and it was really good, and now I can't find it again. So this one I looked up this morning. I don't know, we're gonna work it. Here we go. Actually, I think I'm gonna see if I can find that one more time. Hang tight.
Okay, so I found another recipe. I think I might like it better because it makes a bigger batch. So I have to get 2 more things and we're gonna get started. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start with a half a cup of parsley. Just as good the next day. I've got a 1 cup measurer. We're doing half of the sucker. Clean up as we go. Okay, I need a funnel. All of my canning funnels are in our storage unit, so we're gonna make do. It will work just fine, hopefully. Okay. Oh yeah. It's called resourceful. So a half a cup of parsley. I'm gonna have to look at the, hang on. Now we've got it. So we did a half a cup of parsley. We're doing a 1/4 cup of dill. A little more extra. Hatch. We also do a 1/4 cup of onion powder. I'm excited with this recipe better than the first one because this one makes, I may have already said that, a much larger batch. The others were just measured, like it was, you mixed it by tablespoon measurements and some teaspoon. This one starts with a 1/2 cup and then a 1/4 cup of this, 1/4 cup of that. So before we know it, we're gonna have a good amount, which I will be grateful for. Parsley in, dill in, onion powder in. Now, we're putting in 3 tablespoons. I think we're done with this. No. We're doing 3 tablespoons of dried minced onions. 3 tablespoons of garlic powder. Hang on. I'm gonna use some of this and then we'll just refill this. So 3 tablespoons of onion powder. I kind of heaped those up, but that'll be okay. Who doesn't like garlic? Although I will say that every time I've just kind of made it on my own, I've always added way too much garlic and dill. Because I really like both of those flavors, so I'm like, you know, if a little's good, a lot's going to be better. Not always the case. Top that back off. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember probably last summer, end of the spring, first of the summer, maybe middle of the summer, I don't know. I vacuum sealed a lot of my dry goods that I had in bulk, like my Redmond real salt. I bought that, either bought it in a 50 or either a 25 or a 50 pound bucket. Regardless, even 25, it may have been 25, it was a lot. And so I actually ended up with, I don't remember, I'd have to go back and see that video. So anyway, I actually have been out over here like for a day or so it's time to open anyway. So listen to the seal. It's beautiful. Oh, isn't that awesome? Okay, I've got to find a new ring. Okay, so we're doing 2 tablespoons, I hope it wasn't teaspoons, of a good quality salt. Again, I'm using Redmond real salt. Actually, it's 3 tablespoons, I'm sorry. 3 tablespoons of salt. Let me see if I can find a ring for this. Now we're moving on to black pepper. See if I can get my measuring spoon in here. This one was 2 teaspoons. Let me double check. Yes, we have 2 teaspoons now of black pepper and paprika. So let's get those in. Okay, here we are. So, 2 teaspoons of black pepper. I gotta refill my paprika. I'm getting low. 2 teaspoons of paprika. We're gonna heat this last one up because I like paprika. Kind of like saying paprika. Okay, so we're gonna take a pause. We're gonna put all of these away that I haven't put away, and I'm gonna find a lid. Look how pretty that is. That's beautiful. Can you see that? We've got our parsley and dill and onion powder, minced onions, garlic, salt. Pepper is in there. You can't really see it. And then the paprika on the top. There's the pepper. Whoop! That would have been bad. Okay, let's clean up this mess. We'll find a lid, give it a good shake, and we're gonna have, I don't know, that's probably a pint worth I don't know, we'll have a good amount of garlic powder, homemade, no rotten ingredients. And we did it right here, so we know exactly what's in it. That's the way to do it. Okay, let's clean this up. All right, here we go. Time for the fun. Good morning. Good morning. He's not super chatty in the mornings. I wish you could see Bailey right now. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, back to it. So we have a lid. We have our jar of ranch seasoning. Here we go. Voila. That looks gorgeous. Look how beautiful that is. That smells nice. All right, one thing checked off of our list to do. We're gonna make a cup of coffee. I tripped the breaker this morning, and so the coffee has not been brewing, so I've got to get the coffee going, and then we're gonna have a cup of coffee and relax for about not very long. It's 7:15. So, and our mobile guy I was telling you about is gonna be here at 8 o'clock. So chop chop. Here we go.
What are we doing?
We're planting.
What are we planting?
We are planting some tea.
Benny and Bailey are playing. Well, Benny's playing. Bailey's hiding. He thinks she's a chew toy. Oh. So we are starting a few seeds. She's got, show me again what you have.
Planting some seeds.
Okay.
And then we're going to start with some tea.
Okay.
I'm going to do peppermint,
Okay.
German chamomile, lemon balm, and
Okay.
rosemary.
Okay.
I'm assuming that I can use rosemary for a tea or for herbs as well.
Yum.
Then I got dinosaur kale and heirloom tomatoes.
Yum. Okay. So we only have 3 containers, so we know we're going to start the tomatoes right now. And we don't know what else.
And then we can
Man, she needs that so bad. Socially, but exercise.